Hello everyone, this is Ahmed Dan, and today I'll have another episode of review video, and we'll be looking at the SanDisk Extreme Pro SSD drive, which I have it right here. So what happened in the past, I used to use these portable hard drives, and they're also lightweight, but they're very cheap, a lot cheaper than these. The problem with these is that the transfer rate is very slow. I think usually they're like 120 Mbps or could be 200 in that range. But if you take a look here, this one is, you can see here that 1050 Mbps, and this one is 2 terabyte. So this one is about like somewhere between $200 to $250, and you can get a 2 terabyte in these about like I'd say $100. So you can see the there's significant price difference. But I wanted to switch from these to this because of the portability and the high speed. Because when you're traveling, and if you're at a hotel, after all day shooting, I was wasting a lot of time just to wait for my files to be transferred to my laptop, and I couldn't do anything else because it occupied my laptop. So I wanted to switch it to something faster. So this one has actually a different version which offers you 2000 Mbps, almost double the speed of this one. But that one you'd pay another $100 more. The reason I didn't buy the other one because not all laptops are able to accommodate that type of speed, and this one is good enough. This is a lot faster than what I was used to, so I don't need actually 2000 Mbps. 1000 Mbps is just fine for me. So let's look at some of the features here. So this is high-speed storage designed to keep your moving files, and then here you can see that 1050 Mbps and 2 terabyte, and you can buy these in 1 terabyte, 500 gigabyte. So they have different variations, and if you go lower on space, then you'd pay lesser price. And this one is water resistant. So the one good thing about this is that it can take some sort of water, although you shouldn't be able to sink it in water. But let me just take a look for the IPS rating right here. So this is IPS 5. So what it means that water and dust resistant, and I don't think you can submerge water. So also it's shock and vibration resistant. So these are you can just take a look at it that how compact is it when you are comparing with this one. So you can see that they're half the size, and if you're comparing with a credit card, then it becomes more obvious that how small it is. So it's very close to a credit card size, and it's so much slimmer. So definitely the moment I opened the box, I liked it. So I'm just going to remove this thing, this plastic packaging. So just here, give me a second. Okay, so we'll just get rid of this, and I'll put it here. And then it came with a cable. So this is it has USB-C on both sides. Let me just get rid of that. So it has USB-C on both sides, and they gave an adapter to hook it to USB-A or regular USB. And for my laptop, which I have it here, this is Microsoft Surface Go 3. It doesn't have USB-A, it has USB-C, so this should be good enough. And basically that's all they gave. They didn't give much with the box. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take a file which I have it on my laptop and do a quick testing. So here I have one file which is close to 1 gig. You can see that 1.02 gig. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to transfer this in here, and we're going to check how much time it takes, and then I'm going to do the same thing here, and then you can see the difference that how it's working. I don't have any software to measure the speed or time of the transfer, so I'm just going to use the old traditional way, using a stopwatch and transferring via cable. So let's take a look here. So I'm just going to connect this to my laptop. So I have connected to the regular portable hard drive, this is Seagate to my laptop, and you can see that this is empty. This is a folder inside the hard drive, and I'm just going to take this file, which is 1 gig, and drop it in here, from here to here. And at the same time, I'm just going to start the clock. So let's put it in here and here. So you can see that it started working, and let's see how long it takes. Okay, so you gotta be careful. Okay, so you can see that we have 12.63 seconds, and I'm just going to write this down somewhere. Okay, so I have it right here, 12.63, and I'm just going to reset this so it goes back to 0. And then I'm just going to actually I'll just delete it from here because I don't need this anymore. So let's just delete this. Okay, so I'm just going to disconnect this from here, and let's connect our SanDisk. So what happened, I never connected this before, so this is the first time I'm just going to be connecting. Let's connect this to here, and then this is USB-C to USB-C, so I don't need to use a dongle. So I'm just going to put it in here, attach it to my laptop, and it should give me. Okay, so it looks like it recognized it right away, and I'm just going to drag and drop this in the folder and start the stopwatch at the same time. So let's do it. Okay, so let's write this down. Okay, so this is 4.12 seconds. So with a regular portable hard drive which has parts in it that moves and writes the data, it took me almost 13 seconds. And with the SanDisk SSD, which I have it right here, let me just remove this. So with this, it took me about 4 seconds. So you can see that it's almost 3 times faster than this. Because I just transferred about 1 gig, it seems, it doesn't make that much difference because, 4 seconds versus 13 seconds. But when you're removing or when you're transferring data like 500 gig or 1000 gig or 200 gig, and when you're especially traveling, this can be a big matter because it's going to save you a lot of time, and it's really fast. And the other thing is this is so tiny, and it feels very good to touch in your hand, and it's rubberized. It has rubberized grip, and you can even put it with your backpack or sling bag because it has that attachment loop. So this is supposed to take elements or beating from if you're outside, so you can even stay in rain, but definitely it's not margeable, or you cannot put it in water, but it can take some sort of water or rain or other elements from the environment. So definitely I'm happy with the product, and from now on I'm just going to be using this which is the SanDisk Extreme Portable SSD, and I have it right here. And I'm just feeling good just by holding this because it has such a nice feeling to hold this, and so small. So it has a different variation. There's another version I think which came out after this model. That one is a little bit bigger, but I didn't like that one because that one felt a little bit bigger, and it doesn't have a loop like this. It has a kind of fabric loop. I didn't like that. For that reason I bought a slightly older model, and this just works for me fine, and the speed is good enough for me. And definitely I'm happy with the product, and this is not a paid or affiliated review. All my reviews are non-affiliated, unbiased and honest. So for the next tips and tricks videos, there's going to be a link on the screen, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.